Hi, this is Janusz speaking. Today I want to show how to create very simple database when we can record some temperatures. Here I have just fresh installation on nuBuilder, and we will start to work on such a new database. So when you install new database, you will have quite similar forms panels as I have here. Yeah. And what we would like to do. So I would like to have in a nuBuilder temperatures recorded by month by month, where there is a high temperature, low temperature, and as well a graph. Yeah. So first we need to start to create the form. We can use fast form. Form type, browse edit, yeah, because we will be looking on data and as well editing data. Concerning table name, table we call temperature, yeah, okay. And we need to add three fields. So date, number, date for one temperature, second temperature. Field name will be, I will copy paste, will be easier, not to make some typing errors, to fit with the code which I prepared before. Yes, and here. Okay, and here we can give the name of the fields, like for example month. Here we can put temp max, temp min. Okay, here we can indicate the fields visible in the browse form. We would like to see all of them. And I think form is ready. We can just press build fast form. Form is created. If we go here, it is already here. Yeah. So now we can add our first record. Okay, just any date, temperature, let's say 12 minus 2. Okay, and save. When I go back, you can see this data is here. Yeah? So the first point we want to modify here is just the format of this data. We would like to have it by month. So it would be better if we will have only 202103 without the day. Yeah? And here we are having 4 zeros. Let's leave just only 1 zero after comma. So how we can do that? We can use the format. So let's start with form object list. Sorry, not form object list, but form properties. If I will go to browse, I can choose the format. But here I can see that the format which I would like to choose is missing here, so I need to add it. Yeah, and as well, if I would like to have one digit after comma, I need to add it. Yeah, so let's add now format to the nuBuilder. Format, add, and type number, decimal dot, just one after dot. Yeah, save. So the first format is ready. Now we can add date format, date, year minus month, save. Yeah. Okay, so we have the format created. Now we can go back to the to our form properties, and let's choose format month, this one and this one, save. Okay, just to have it updated here we need to refresh, and you can see as we wanted. Yes, so year, month, and the format for the temperatures. If we will go here, we can as well adjust format here. Yes, okay. Double click on label, we will open the properties. Let's save. Okay. And this one as well. Okay. Yes. So back here. Okay, so we have all this data. Now let's try to import this data to the nuBuilder. Yeah. So normally you can just copy paste to Excel, make some processing, and finally you can get something like this in the Open Office, for example. Yeah. I will just open. Yeah, this is a table. And if we want to import now to the nuBuilder, all this data must comply to what we have in the database. So let's now go to the phpMyAdmin. Okay, here is our table temperature. And let's go to the, maybe it's even enough here. You can see date has the following format. If I will go with such format, it will not be possible to import. I must have it comply with the format. Yeah, so you can in the Excel change the format and save appropriately. I have it already prepared before, so if I will open this one, so you can see this is different format, which will be exactly as it is here. Yeah. Okay. And if you would like to see, this is a comma separated value, so let's try to open this one directly in the notepad. Open graph demo. Yeah. So this is value, semicolon, value, semicolon. I remove the title before it is already in the title is this here. I am not going to add additionally this title. Yeah. So now I can import this data to this table. So I need to select this table. It is already selected. Import. Now I need to choose the file. It is temperature2. Yes. What is important? I choose semicolon for the separator. And I think that's all. Yeah. And go. Okay. And you can see all this data are imported. And going back maybe to this one, in the first column I added ID like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, because it has to match with what I have in the MySQL table. Normally a nuBuilder uses quite a long number for the ID, and it's always the best to use a nuBuilder ID rather than incremental one. But of course you can use, and you can mix all of them, no problem. What is important, every value here must be unique, must be different. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back to our temperature table. Maybe I will remove the first line and leave what I just imported. Yes. So delete. Okay. It is deleted, and this is my data. Now let's try to create a graph. For the graph, what is important? We can choose Google Chart for making graph, or we can use ApexCharts for making graph. And you have to choose in the config and config PHP the appropriate value. In this example, I will use ApexChart. Yeah. For the Apex, you can go to the Apex web page. There are different graphs you can use. There are informations how to use the graphs, how to set the parameters, and so on. Yeah. Okay. So now let's create the form with the graph. So we need to go again to the fast form, and now we need a we need to have launch form, because there will be no table, just a graph. Yeah, launch form and build fast form. That's all. Yeah. Okay, and there will be new button here, launch form 1. Yeah. Okay, so now for the graph, what we need? We need to prepare data for the graph to read them from the table. How we can do it? So go to the form properties. On the launch form, we have before edit. In this field, we will create the data from which the graph will be drawing afterwards, making visualization of the data. I have the code prepared. We'll paste and explain. Okay, fine. So I need to read data from the MySQL table and export it to JavaScript. Yeah. So first I will create an array in the PHP, in the PHP, and afterwards I will convert this array to JSON format, so JavaScript object notation, and there is a command add JavaScript, and this string will be executed in the JavaScript environment. Yeah. So reading data from PHP and adding to the JavaScript once the procedure is finished. Yeah. Okay. So starting with the array, PHP array. So in the first column, I defined in the first row, I defined the name of the columns: date, temperature max, temperature min. Next, I will define what I would like to read from my table, from my SQL table. So select date, temperature max, temperature minimum from temperature, order by temperature month, and limit 100. It's good to have some limit, because imagine you will have several thousands of data, and if you will push it to the graph, you will be waiting, I don't know, half of an hour to generate the graph. Yeah. So always is better to put some protection. And what is important, here I don't use directly temperature month, but I am formatting it with year month. Yeah, not to have year month date day, because here I have the following format. Yes, if I will just make select temperature month, I will get everything. But what I would like to have, I would like to have only this. Yeah. So this I can do with this format. Next, I will run the query, and later, line by line, I will extend my PHP array, and afterwards we'll convert to JavaScript. So copy changes back to PHP, save. Okay. I will go back here. Normally, this data should be already somewhere on this form. How to check this? Press F12 and put gdata. Yeah, it is already visible. You can see. Okay, and this table is already here. Yeah. So now I can use this value to my graph. But before going there, to create the graph, maybe some additional explanation which can be helpful during debugging of the code. So I will go once again to the form properties, go to before edit, yes, and if I would like to see my PHP array, I can place enter debug, like this, okay. And if I would like to see after JSON encode, I can put like this, yeah? Okay, save, okay. I need to go out of the form and now enter the form and can look on the debug. Yes, and debug result. Yeah. Okay. And you can see two lines. The first one, this is PHP array. Okay. Displayed. And I could just a second. And the first one, this is after JSON encode. So this data, after pasting to the JavaScript environment, it can be executed and understood by the by JavaScript. That's why we are having here JSON encode. Yeah. So just let's remove this debug from properties. Custom code before edit. I will just remove this one. Okay. And remove this one and save. Okay. So my data are already in this environment. I need now to create the graph which will display the data. So how to do it? So I need to add an object. So we can go form object list. You can see for the moment there is only launch form object. I need to add new object, form tab. It was called fast form 1. I need to find it. So let's put fast form 1. Yes, okay. FF1. Okay. Object type will be HTML. ID, let's put graph graph 1, for example. Yeah. Label, just put .html. Now we need to define our graph. And let's use the code. And here is the code. I will copy, paste, and explain. Okay. Save. Okay, I will open. So here we will create a div ApexChart. Next, once form is loaded, ready, we will read the columns. So first column, this is the date. Yeah. And will be used for the x-axis, and column 1, this is one temperature and the second temperature. We need to define some options for the ApexChart. So here, when you will go into details, you can find how to define the parameters and so on. So everything here is described, yeah, somewhere. And yes, this data, plot options, data labels, and here service. So I will define temperature max data column 1, yes, and temperature min column 2, yeah. And for x-axis, it's column 0. And afterwards, I am just creating the upper chart with all these options, yeah. So options are here, yeah. Okay. And in fact, that's all. Copy changes back, save, back, and oops. Yeah, I did not give the proper dimensions for the graph. So let's open the objects, object list, and we need to define the localization. Yeah, so let's put 20. 20, let's put here, for example, width can be 200 and height width maybe 400 and height 200. Yeah. Okay. Save. Back. Yes. And here is our graph. Maybe let's make it bigger even. So let's put it with maybe 700. Okay, save. Okay, go back, launch form like this, and let's compare if we have the same. Yeah, see? So this is the same graph as we had it here. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.